I don't know if I needed Girl in the Bubble.
I was actually thinking that during the movie.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to Script to Screen.
And today we just finished watching
Wicked for Good, and we're just going to be getting our thoughts out. This is right after watching it. We didn't talk on the car ride home because we were like, we want to like save this for the channel, what our thoughts are. And so excuse us if we're all over the place, but we're going to try to start from the top
to the end. And this is a spoiler review if you haven't seen it yet.
Yes, we will be giving spoilers because we don't know how to talk spoiler free. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, do not watch this.
Yes.
Until after the movie, then come back. All right.
Yeah. Okay, so the movie started with...
It was this thing with Elphaba.
Oh yeah, they were laying the yellow brick road, and we could see the devastation that
the wizard was causing by building the yellow brick road. They're cutting down forests. They're using animals for slave labor, basically.
Yeah.
And
even the Munchkins were involved. Like you could see them moving bricks.
Yeah. And the whole tone of it is like it's very somber. When it first started, I was like, oh,
yeah,
12 years a slave.
Yeah. But they did manage to bring the bring it back up to a PG-13.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of a Mulan, where everything's really dark, but they have moments where they can sing and they can still keep it light, which is why I don't understand why that live action movie act like they couldn't put music in it. But anyway, yeah, the tone picks up when Elphaba comes in.
They did so good with her intro. Like she's a baddie. Like she comes in on her, like she frees the animals from their cart. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good.
I do like when she gets on her broom and like flips it around. It reminded me of the Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation when they're like surfing on their swords.
It was so good. Like,
yeah. It was so good.
I wanted to cheer so bad, but I was like, oh, we in the movie theater. And we didn't have like a noisy kind of audience.
Yeah,
so
our audience was so quiet except for like, those really big hype scenes. But yeah, I was starting to feel a little self-conscious. I was so excited.
Right. We were in there the whole time like, I was like, are y'all seeing this? Like, it was such a good intro.
Where's your energy?
I did see something about how John M. Chu described her as a superhero. Like, it really gives that, like, she is a superhero in this movie. Like,
and then we moved to Glinda.
She is, what's the first thing we see her doing? Oh, she's giving instructions to the people around her, Penny and Shin Shin. And
signing off on things and stuff.
I wonder if she's even signing off on real things. I wonder if Morrible and the wizard just give her like
a little fake tasks.
Yeah.
Like, sign for these bouquets, sign for this and that. And she's just, propped up as the figurehead for the city.
Oh, the song that's the song that's longer, extended. Oh, Every Day More Wicked.
Yeah.
That's not really in the musical, but it's a lyric in Thank Goodness, but they extended it into a song for the movie. So Every Day More Wicked, we have that, and then we go into Thank Goodness. Thank Goodness is of course really good. In my opinion, that's like other people may disagree with me, but I think that's Glinda's biggest moment in.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite
emotional moments in my.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people will argue that it was probably Girl in the Bubble. We'll get to Girl in the Bubble.
Yeah, we'll get to Girl in the Bubble. But I loved like when we first are introduced back to Fiyero. He's just kind of like king of the guard. He's got his little new suit on, and then he's like. I feel like they did his eyeliner a little heavier in this too. Like he was looking smooth and super handsome. I love how much he can just emote with his eyes, with his body.
Like he doesn't even have to speak, and you can tell what he's thinking.
You can tell he's feeling trapped. You can tell he's feeling confused. You can tell he's like, I'm sick of all this. All I want to do is find Elphaba, and this is what I figure is the best way to do it.
They have the engagement. He's like, what? And she's like, surprise. He's like, let's just leave. And she's like, who could resist this? And he's like, you know who could resist it. You know who. I found it so funny. She was like, she doesn't want to be found, and then next thing you know, she's popping through the crowd.
Oh, I loved when she wrote The Wizard Lies, and then Madame Morrible was like, when everybody was looking away, she was like,
yeah, like
eyes died.
Yeah, Madame Morrible used her powers to make it look like she was writing a threatening message instead of the message she actually wrote. Effable was like,
she's like, well, God dang it. What am I going to do now? And she kind of just left. And then we get Fiyero and the Fiyero and the guards hunting her down into the forest. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, well, God dang it, I don't see her. Yep.
And she's like, and he calls her too. Yeah, he was like, I don't see the Wicked Witch. They left, and she was like, what?
And two Fiyero? She's a witch.
Yeah, you a witch.
I just keep thinking of that. Yeah, she's a witch.
But anyway, I think we got a clip of Bach and Nessa before.
Oh yeah, we did. And Bach was like, and they sort of broke up. And Bach was like, I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. And she was like, I bet we will. And so she, just to keep him around, she signed a decree that Munchkins couldn't leave the city without her handwritten note from her as the governor. So then we see him back working like a little slave up in her. And she expected him to smile at her.
Right?
But
She was a little, she's not a little crazy, she's a lot crazy, but I love the way she portrayed it, like like, cause when she was like, I'm sure you will, when he was like,
she's really good too.
Yeah.
And like with her big doe eyes, like.
We'll get to that later. I was about to say, when the
she's so cute, like her. Anyway, we get to that, and then we see Elphaba flying over the city, and she's just like looking at the sadness that's happening,
and she saw the animals migrating.
Yeah, and she's like, "What's going on down there?" So she flies down, and she tries to convince them to not leave Oz, because she's like, "If you just leave, then they've won." But they're like, what else are we supposed to do? We're being like hunted down, kicked out, broken down, and then we get to see Dulcibert again, and she's like, "Oh, baby girl, hey!" And so Elphaba starts singing.
Yeah, that leads into No Place Like Home. She's like, why would I fight for a place that, doesn't love me and stuff like that?
But it's the place where she first got her original hope that things would get better.
Yeah, and the song is basically her trying to rally the animals to fight with her. Yeah. Because she's like, this is our home, like we can't just leave.
Yeah, just because these people are telling us to do, just because people hate us, because she's like, this is something I've dealt with my whole life.
The song reminded me of a song from the Weeds.
That's what I was thinking the whole time she was singing it. It kind of felt like there's a not the final song, but the one that where she's after they're leaving the creepy little place.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I think that's called
Home as well.
Yeah, but it's not the one where it's, is it part of that one? I can't remember. But anyway, but we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we know what we're talking about. If you've seen The Wiz, then you also know what you're talking about. You probably also felt those same feelings. Unless you haven't seen The Wiz, then you probably won't be thinking what we're thinking. And just when she was about to hit that final home note, that would be super extra reminiscent of The Wiz.
I was extra mad at the Cowardly Lion because of that. Because he cut off her song. I was like, I was really feeling it. I was like, I was ready for that home. And,
oh my God. To hit just like that. No place like home.
But then Cowardly Lion was like, "Thank you."
Anyway. Oh, but also in this moment we get to see the monkeys. They're in the forest and they overhear Elphaba talking about how the wizard is a liar and how she feels sorry for being the one who turned the monkeys in the first place. That is something that she wished she could redo.
Yeah.
Or change.
I don't remember many lyrics from No Place Like Home, but I do remember that there's no place like it goes. I was like, oh my God, so good. But anyway, right. Oh, after she fails in convincing, because she doesn't manage. She doesn't manage to convince the animals to come with her because the Cowardly Lion is like, dumb. She pulled me from my home, and she's like, you were in a cage. You wouldn't even know how to speak if I didn't get you from there. But I do kind of understand, like, they kind of just dropped him off in the woods, like, there you go. But,
he apparently made it to the rightful age of wherever he was, so he needs to calm down.
Anyway, somebody was like, weren't you the one who gave the monkeys monkey's wings and made them spies and everything. And she was like, well, I didn't mean to. So like she lost that little crowd of animals. They were like, all right, bye, we're going.
Yeah. And then Dulcibera was like, I know you'll keep fighting because I know who you are. And the animals all just left regardless.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed with how easily Dulcibera just left. I felt.
I don't know if I was that disappointed because she had spent all of her life pretty much working under the governor. So, and then who knows what happened with her when the Nessa took over. So she was probably old and tired, you know.
True.
Poor little old lady. Mm-hmm. She had other things to do besides raise children.
Nessa and Bach, he's working for her. She's like, smile at me. He's like, what? No. And then he sees a newspaper that says Glenda and Fiyero are going to be married. He tucks that away because, of course, he's like, man,
he's delusional.
Yeah, he's delusional.
I still got a chance to go see Glenda and get her.
Elphaba shows up, the mirror breaks.
Because every time she shows up preparing, glass got cracked. I think that's kind of funny.
Maybe it's a
her power is just too much.
That and like a self-conscious type thing because she doesn't like looking at herself or something.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Nessa is not welcoming, of course. She's like, you left all of this on me, and because of what you've been doing running around, I can't behave a certain way. I can't show up in public without being reminded that you're this
you're a wicked witch. And she's like, if I do anything, they'll look at me and be like, oh, they're both wicked.
If I try to help the animals, because the animals have been accused of being on the side of the wicked witch, and she's like, if I signed any sort of
if I help the animals, then I'm wicked as well. That's what she's.
Yeah.
But like, in doing the things she does, she's wicked. But she's placing the blame on
Elphaba instead of just being different.
Yeah.
She asks. She's like, you've never done anything for me. I was like, I've done everything for you. Like, what are you talking about? And you didn't want my help in like certain instances, so I didn't help in those instances. I was trying to let you be your own person. But she's like, I just want that one night back. She's reminiscing about high school.
Yeah,
that was her. That was her life highlight.
To me, I was like, oh,
that's real sad that was your brightest moment. That was your happiest night, and you just want to get back to it. And then when she started floating, because when Elphaba was singing Wizard and I, and she was like really happy, and she sort of floated a little bit. We saw that sometimes emotions can affect how the spells turn out. So when the spell was on the shoes and Nessa was really happy, she floated up. But then when Bach came back in and he's like, oh, now that you're happy again, can I go see Glenda? Yeah. She started drifting down until she was back in her wheelchair again. Mm-hmm. And she was like, you're not leaving.
Yeah, he said like, Glenda has my heart or something. And she was like, oh.
Well, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get your heart.
Yeah, and then she just started saying mumbo jumbo from the Grimmery.
And Elphaba tried to stop her, but of course she didn't listen. And then Bach's heart was. I loved this scene so much.
Too.
Where I feel the horror happens off the screen, so it's not to scare the little children who are in to watch the movie. But like it was still.
It was really good. I loved it so much. I could have done with like. A little longer, a little more of like the horror, but it is PG, so
and more of Wicked Witch of the East. I feel like that is the song they could have extended as well. I feel like that's the song they could have made bigger. John M. Chu should make a horror movie. I feel like he'd be pretty good at it.
Yeah, but I loved the way that whole scene played out, and honestly, it was frightening the way it happened and the way Elphaba was just like. I gotta go. And she was like, he doesn't need a heart now. And then she just leaves. And she was like, the wedding.
There's not much more I can do.
And when Nessa asked her to stay, she was like, bye. And she just, I loved it so much.
Because these people and shit, like, this can go walk on her own so many times. She's like, I gotta go. When Bach arose.
Oh, that was so scary.
Breaking through the door.
I love that
like
whole
in The
thing
Shining.
Between him and Nessa, like she was like
she was scared for real.
I was scared for a minute. I was like, oh my god,
he's gonna hack her up. And so she was like, Elphaba did it.
Yeah.
Elphaba's fine. I tried to stop her. There was nothing I could do. Honestly, I would have said the same thing.
That was horrific. Honestly, it would have been kinder to just let him die. Maybe. Who knows what his life is like afterwards, If you still have a life, you still have a chance to do stuff. So, maybe, I don't know. I love the way Ethan Slater delivered that line, "What have you done to me?" Like, it was so good.
Oh, I also love how creepy his human eyes look in the tin suit.
Once he got in his tin suit, like, I really liked his performance was like really good once he was the Tin Man.
I feel like this performance is good as
it's
Bob,
always good, but
like seeing a different side of it, seeing a different side of
and
his
that
acting.
rage and
Yeah, he was so good. He was so good. Everybody is just so good. She goes to Glenda's tower because Glenda is getting into her wedding dress.
I mentioned she said the wedding as she was leaving, and I'm like, what was
She's literally getting dressed for her wedding. She's like something borrowed, something blue. Little birds are helping her get dressed and everything. And then Elphaba shows up, and they're like, "Good to see each other again."
You could tell when Elphaba walked in, like she was looking around at everything that Glenda has. Like Elphaba has been living in the woods. And when Glenda hugged her, it was like, "Yeah, nice to see you," but it's like, oh, you know,
yeah, you should have come with me. Or like I could have stayed here, but it would have been terrible.
Or like
it's not
just like it hurts to see everything you have, a painful thing, to see it all just laid out in front of your eyes, knowing how much you've been struggling.
Yeah, and that your friend betrayed you. Like all of that stuff comes back in that moment, and also she's marrying the guy that you like. She's literally in her wedding dress in this moment. But
also she's happy to see her friend. Like,
and Glenda's like, "Oh, good, you're here. Let's go talk to the wizard. Let's fix everything."
Elphaba is like, "Nope," and she disappears. Glenda is trying to be like, "Let me take you to him and
I know how to talk to him."
Elphaba is like, "No, this is between the wizard and me. Just us. You stay out of it." So she pops out of existence. What is it called? Teleport.
I don't think she teleported. She just ducked real fast.
Yeah, and goes to the wizard. And she's like, "You're done. You're done. You're done."
The wizard is like,
"Oh, this is..." Sorry. I was just about to say, Wonderful was really good.
Yeah, like it's always been one of my favorite songs. Like I know some people are like, "That's the song you go to the bathroom to," but people are crazy. It was such a good song.
It actually
and they
turned
elevated
out to
it.
be like one of my, I would say, maybe top 4 songs of this.
Yeah, it was one of my top favorite scenes, and I didn't mind so much that Glenda was there as well because it also helps.
It makes sense that Glenda.
Yeah, even though she wasn't ready for her wedding, like she was like, "Oh, I got time to hang out with my friend and try to convince her to stay because it's gonna make the day like extra happy." And she was like, "You're gonna come with me. This is gonna be a high profile event. This is somewhere where you can come out and say that you're a liar." And he's like,
"Even if I say it," and it's so creepy. Because that's exactly like how the politics are right now with where we are, like, with Trumpy.
Yeah.
Like, Trump also, like, he said that thing, like, I could go out and shoot a gun and Republicans will still be like...
Yeah, they don't care.
And he's like, "My followers are some of the dumbest people ever." Like,
and they're still like just...
So it's just like, it's so true to what the current events are.
Well, it's true to what the events always have been.
Mm-hmm. Even if I go out there and say I'm a liar, they're not going to believe me because they believe what they want to believe. Glenda being there was creepy.
For a couple of minutes, not a couple of minutes, but like a couple of seconds, I was like, is she real here in this moment? Mm-hmm. Like, is she something that the wizard has conglomerated together to try to help convince Elphaba? Just because it was just so creepy how much she was like,
sinister.
Like, he's a liar, but come on, Elphaba.
It was like sinister. It's like, this is her friend, and it's like, oh.
And like, her friends know what these people have been saying about her. They know what they've been doing to her and the animals. And she's just like, "It's gonna be so good. You're gonna be wonderful, just like this."
Yeah,
his trick's so fun to look at,
and she knows what Elphaba wants. Like, it's so sinister. It's so sinister. But that's another reason why I did like that Glenda was there, because she was someone who would be able to even make Elphaba think about it staying, because Elphaba, you see her, she went to her sister first. She wants someone to
be on her side. Yeah. That's all she's ever wanted. Like, we had the same discussion when we talked about the play as well. It's all she wants. Like, someone to be on her side, someone to just see her. They finally convinced her just a little bit, and she was like, "No, now the onus is going to be on you to prove yourself to me. Like, I'm not going to have to prove my powers to you. You're going to have to prove that you can change, that you can do
good
what
thing.
I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they did this because there was a part of my mind that was like, I feel like he would acquiesce on a lot just to have Elphaba with him. And we see that he does, but we also see later that you can't trust him.
Yeah, because he's still got all the animals hidden in the thing. He's like,
He's got all these tricks and he always has an excuse. It's
He's
not
like,
what
yeah.
it looks like,
Yeah.
or some of the animals are bad.
Whatever gets him the most support, whatever gets him another powerful figure on his side. Because that's all he sees her as another powerful figure. He's like, ooh, a real witch. Like, this is going to make my wonderfulness even greater because I'll have you to like do the actual magic tricks for me.
Yeah.
And you won't be like opposing me.
Yeah, I love that whole thing. She asked him to prove himself, so she tells him that he needs to free the monkeys for her to even think about Sam on his side. He does that. The monkeys are like, all right, a piece.
Yeah, and Chistery sticks around. She asks him if he can speak, and he says, and he not says that he can't, but he can't like speak anymore.
He points out the place where the wizard is hiding other animals because the wizard has gone to like get ready for the wedding or whatever. So as Glinda is walking down the aisle of her wedding, Elphaba is walking down the aisle of cages.
Yeah, I do like the parallel of that.
I love this scene so much. I loved Elphaba's rage. I loved when she started choking the
Choking him with her broom.
Honestly, Pierre, why did Pierre stop?
And he probably didn't want her to have blood on her
I
hands.
guess, yeah.
Yeah.
He was the wizard. That's my trick.
Like, even with like all the horror and like the terrible things, all the terrible things happening in the movie, they still managed to keep the humor going.
Yeah.
And then
Madame Horrible walked in, her hair all messed up. Wizard was like, you got a hairpiece?
because all of the free animals do destroy their wedding, and because of all the noise, all of the guards are going to see what happened, and that's why Fiyero is there in the first place. And he does have to pull a gun, you know, because all of the other guards are going to be like, what are you doing if he doesn't? So he sends them away to fetch some water to melt her so that he can have a chance to get her free. Glinda shows up.
She's like, what's going on? The wizard's in the cave? Elphaba's just like, Fiyero is just like, I'm going with Elphaba, and both Elphaba and Glinda are like, what? Glinda, I'm sure she's confused because the last she left, Elphaba was like, yeah, I'll stay. Or she said she'll think about staying, but then, and she's like, so you two have been doing this behind my back the whole time? No. Fiyero was just like, let's go.
So they just leave, and then Madame Morrible and the wizard are like, how are we going to, like, what are we going to do now? And Glinda's like, in order to catch her, use her sister.
I still
My
don't.
sympathy for Glinda
Yeah,
is still non-existent, I fear.
I still can't get behind that scene. Like, there's no intention you can have that can make that okay.
Like, even if you don't think they're going to hurt her, the people who have been doing all this to the animals this whole time, even if you don't think they're going to hurt her sister, why would you suggest that?
Like, I don't care if you're heartbroken. I really don't.
Yeah.
You're a man loved. Who cares? My man, who cares? Like, then we get as long as your mind. As long as your mind was so good.
I love the as long as you. Oh, well, I wish there would have been more time for conversation. Well, there was time in the movie. I felt like they should have taken it for Elphaba and Fiyero to have more discussion, but he's just sort of looking around her room and he's like picking up the things that happened, and they're like,
he kind of gets
they start
ready
taking
to
their clothes off.
He gets ready to take her to bed. Like the first, I'm like, oh, okay.
He just comes up
and
and
she's just like,
in the mirror, and she's like, oh.
I mean,
Let me get my lingerie on.
I do
my
understand
bathrobe.
her though, because she's been alone for so long, so she's.
I do like that her clothes are knitted.
Me
Like
too.
her little undergarments and the little robe that she puts on are all knitted because she's been hanging out in the forest just knitting outfits.
I do have a bit of a pet peeve. Like it was the same with the color purple. I don't like when the lyric is saying something and it's not happening. Like kiss me too fiercely, like it wasn't happening at that moment. So and like in Color Purple, it was like I never thought I'd float away on a kiss or something and they aren't kissing. Like I do have a bit of a problem with that, but overall the scene was really good.
Oh, I don't, because I feel like she's been sort of fantasizing about it, and she's like, kiss me too fiercely, and it's kind of like a flirtation and sort of a foreplay. So I don't really mind that they're not kissing during that scene. But when they float, because she's so happy,
Yeah,
you know?
I love that scene so
I
much.
love that.
And the song,
they float straight to the bed.
the way they sang it.
He was so handsome
good.
and princely when he was singing it to her. And she looked so beautiful in the lighting, like that blue nighttime lighting with a few specks of yellow against her green skin.
And you got to see her girlish self come out again, like the one that we saw in The Wizard and I when she was all happy for a bit. We see that part of her come out again, where most of this movie she's like in warrior mode.
Madame Marvel being like, you know what, a rumor that something is happening to Nessa isn't enough. We gotta make that, you know, a reality. So she brings a house, she's in there, and she brings a house crashes down. This is the second time she's shown foresight in the movie. The first time is when the animals are going underground and she's singing it and they're talking about where they're gonna go, and she sees a flash of her and Fiyero in the future when he's a scarecrow walking across that deserted landscape. And then here we see her have flashes of the tornado and the house and her sister, and she's like, oh, I gotta go. And Fiyero's like, what? House? Huh? What's going on?
It was so cute when she was like, am I gonna see you again? I was like, girl, where is he going?
I was like, you're the one who's leaving. Like, what are you talking about? He's gonna be hanging out with his kids, supposedly.
It was so clear her mindset was like, I'm not gonna be able to keep.
Yeah. Everybody was just hanging out in this stormy weather. First, her sister rolling around in her wheelchair, looking for Bach. And then here Fiyero is, he got his clothes back on, of course, after they, you know, did the smish smash. And he's got his clothes back on, wandering around in the forest looking for Elphaba, or wherever he was heading off to. And then Elphaba runs into Glinda. Glinda is kneeling next to the house after she's given the dead girl's shoes away, talking about, oh, Nessa, what could I do?
That's crazy when you think about it.
I haven't
we
thinking about
didn't see
it.
that.
Right, and see
Her
her like
pulling
literally
shoes off of the dead woman's foot, and like this is someone you knew, like.
Cause in Wizard of Oz, the shoes kind of sort of magic onto
But she doesn't have magic.
Yeah, so she would have been like,
like,
you know, shoes. And everybody's like, you just sent that girl off with my shoes.
Oh, and the
because you never land, you just hover it. I just see it coming out of the corner of my vision.
No, I was about to say, I was surprised we actually did get the slaps.
Oh yeah,
that fight.
I originally did not want that scene to happen in the movie because I'm already so pissed at Glinda already, and then she's gonna hit up with hers. That just pissed me off so much with her dead sister under the house.
Right.
And so in the movie, I was like, and then she like Molly whopped her back.
The way people reacted in the theater.
Everybody was like, oh! Every single person in the theater was like, oh! I feel like in the movie, in the play, it goes by real fast, so you're like missing a lot of stuff, and you're just, you know, kind of waiting for the conclusion and some of the big songs to hit. But in the movie, it's going by so much slower, and you get to really see Glinda telling Marble to use Nessa as an excuse to get Elphaba there, and then we see her like next to the dead body. And then she slaps Elphaba in the face, so everybody in the audience was like, girl.
Right. I clapped when Elphaba slapped her back, cause
yeah. And then the fight scene ended up being pretty cute.
Yeah, it was funny. They made it, I
I
honestly didn't think they would be able to make it humorous, but they did.
Yeah, they did.
They managed to do it, and it didn't feel crazy.
Cheesy. Yeah, it didn't feel weird
Yeah.
or out of place. But then the guards show up. And Elphaba gets taken. Fiyero shows up with his little gun.
Points
He's
at
like,
Glinda.
oh, he also shows up with all the monkeys. Does he show up with the monkeys in the play?
No,
I
he
don't
doesn't
remember.
show up with the monkeys in the play. It's just him.
But he tells the monkeys to go protect Elphaba when she leaves because, like, she's a witch. She's a powerful witch. But he's like, she needs protection. Go, Elphaba, go. I'm doing this for you. And
yeah, I love that he always tries to protect, even though she's the powerful one. Like he knows like she needs to be protected.
She's just this tiny, precious 5'1" woman who needs him. The scene is pretty brutal.
It's a little shocking.
The
But
hanging on the thing. Oh, the no good deed. Oh
my God.
No good
Best
deed.
scene of the movie. Best scene of the movie, hands down for me.
And when she just rips the sleeves off of her jacket,
I literally was doing the praise.
She was over there whacking me with her blanket.
It was so good.
standing off Elphaba, but like, oh, the notes. That emotion, girl.
It was so good.
It was
like,
so good. They did such a good job.
Give her an Oscar.
I'm ready to watch the movie again. We've already got tickets for 2 more shows this week.
God, No Good Deed was so good.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
And then after we get her no good deed scene where she's like, yeah, I'm finna be evil and I'm finna get my sister's shoes back.
Yeah, she was like, Mikey's bring me that Dorothy.
I'm tired of trying to help the animals. I'm tired of doing this and this. And I took my Fiero. You know, I'm done. The last thing I'm gonna do is get those goddamn shoes back and do what I want to do for now. And we're
I'm standing beside her. March of the Witch Hunters. They're getting ready. The Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Lion are getting ready to go after Elphaba because the Warble was like, they want something, so you tell them to bring the witch's broom.
And we can see that the wizard is starting to look more and more defeated and tired of his role in this as it goes on and on, because he's just like, I was just selling like a few dreams. I was just suppressing a few animals. Like I'm already used to that from where I came from, that these animals aren't meant to talk. So like that wasn't too much, but now we're like hunting down women. We're doing this, that, and the other, and I just feel like he was just tired of all that. He's looking pretty beat down even before the last scene hits for him.
Yeah. Glinda sees the March of the Hunters gathering or whatever, and she goes inside.
And she's like, this is too far. I can't close my eyes anymore. My bubble has to pop.
Girl in the Bubble, I did like the song.
I liked it a lot better than I thought I would from the clips that we saw.
I agree. Because I heard some of the lyrics and I was like, oh.
Geez.
And honestly, if Ariana wasn't the one singing it, I feel like I wouldn't like it as much because she just has such a beautiful voice and
beautiful voice and good emotion.
She does really good with that song. Girl in the Bubble is good. It's a good song.
Yeah, and it does show her mentality of finally seeing that she can't keep pretending to be that. She can't keep being the spoiled little girl. She's got to grow up and actually like help her friends stand up for something. Because the only thing she's been standing up so far is keeping a nice house and pretty gowns.
I need to pop my bubble. Like I need to stop living in this world of denial and like step into reality.
So she gets her Elphaba boots, her cloak, and Feldspar, and rides off to Elphaba. And Elphaba's got Dorothy in a hole.
Yeah, she's like, get those shoes off your feet.
So funny that they just start singing for good.
They don't care about Dorothy.
Like, nobody cares about Dorothy. And you sort of forget she's there, and I suppose the Tin Man was the one who let her out or something so that she could throw water on Elphaba. Glinda is trying to convince Elphaba to stop what she's doing and go back. She gets a note from Chister from Fiero. Yeah. She does that, sidestep lie where she's like, is Fiero dead? And she's like, this is the last time we'll see his face. And then she starts preparing her own water for suicide. She just goes over to her pump and she was like, whatever plans that I had, they're out the window because I'm tired of all this. I'm gonna use this as a way to escape. And Glinda, you can take this opportunity to become a real witch. You can do.
Yeah, you have to. Like she's like, good can't just be aware. With that first I'm Limited when her voice broke, that's what got my tears. I was like, oh, yep, there it is.
And as always, it pisses me off when Elphaba apologizes. When she's like, forgive me for all the things to Glinda for doing nothing.
Honestly, like she left with Fiero, but
Fiero,
that was Fiero's choice.
Like even if somebody is with somebody, if they leave you, you don't have to apologize for their actions, in my opinion.
Honestly, and Elphaba, honestly, like she's been on her own, so it's like, Glinda. You don't have this one thing. It's like, who cares?
Yeah.
Elphaba deserves at least one thing. It's a man and it's bottom of the barrel, but who cares? Like, it's Elphaba wants it. Let her have one thing.
I don't consider Fiero bottom of the barrel.
I'm just saying man in general.
Oh.
not Fiero per se. Like, just, it's, man.
Yeah.
A man is there.
But he's on her side.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be with her because she's a witch or powerful. He wants to be with her because she's nice, she's sweet, she like looks out for animals. She made him become a different person. Yeah. Like these are all the things
and like
that he likes about her.
I like that he wants to protect her. Like that's what she needs. Like she needs somebody who will stand with her and protect her. Like and not just look at her as someone who's strong.
He's immortal. He can always jump in front of something for her. Like that's her man, that's her shield, that's her like she doesn't even have to stress herself about him anymore too much, you know?
I also do sort of see the apology as just like, all right, since I don't know if I'm ever gonna see you again, let me just say I'll apologize because I know you were hurt.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I mean, I get it, but like her apologizing is kind of crazy. And what makes it even worse is when Glenda tosses back. We both know there's blame.
Girl, you done done way more. Like, you done done way more dirt. Like,
but we both know that there's blame to share. And then, like, none of that matters anymore. Let's just sweep it under the rug. Let's not think about the things that I've done, Alphabet. Let's just.
Yeah. It is one of the things that kind of takes me out of For Good, but whatever. But I'm always like, all right, let me get back into it.
Yeah.
For Good was really good. They of course, Ariana and Cynthia did that. I love the change.
And then when she's like, all right, well, this is it. Glenda, you got to get in this wall, hide so that they don't see that you're here with me.
The door. So cute.
Not so cute was the Mercy. All we see is shadows and screaming and horror. and poor Glenda is just on the side like, oh my God, my friend is getting murdered right in front of my eyes.
I'm a little surprised that they didn't do anything with the why does she believe water would melt Elphaba?
Oh, because like nobody knows where Elphaba came from, and like these rumors, where they even start from. And I guess she kind of got sucked in by it because we've seen her get sucked in by various thoughts more than one time.
She was her roommate, like
and we've also seen her not be sucked in by things because when
Madame
Morrible claimed she was the one who made all that stuff float on the first day of school, she's like, I know it was you.
Yeah.
So. But I guess maybe seeing the melting would be more of convincing than like, it was a rumor, but I'm actually seeing it with my own eyes that water is being poured on her. And like, I might not think that she's just, faking her death. Because why would I think that? Why would I think she'd fake her death?
There could be, like, tying into the theme of what the wizard said, there could be a part of her that just wants to believe she's dead because, like, she knows Elphaba is saying goodbye to her forever, and it's easier to
think that into that instead of that she doesn't want to actually see her.
Yeah.
Things have gotten so bad that it would be better to just end it like this.
Yeah,
that's true. And then we get her putting on her pink dress and her wand, and she's like, I'm actually gonna talk to these people and be the good witch, because she sets her little fake wand aside and she steps out to the people and she's like,
I will try to be Glenda the Good. I like that little speech and everything. Then she goes back and they have their little finale moment. Elphaba is walking into the unknown with Fiyero. Glenda is standing in the Defying Gravity place at the tower, and they're like, who can say I've been changed for the better? And I do like the ending where the Grimoire does open. We don't know if it's because Glenda has suddenly tapped into her power or if Elphaba has such a connection with the Grimoire that she's
controlling it.
Yeah, I love that they left that open-ended.
Yeah. A bit of hope in either regard. Okay. And things that are disappointing about the movie.
There were some moments where I felt the pacing was kind of slow. Like, it didn't really work that well. Like, I felt like with the first part, it was tighter. And I feel like some of the pacing of the second movie lagged a little bit and was a little,
Because they're working with what's essentially a not so great second half of a play, and they're trying to make it into a better movie. And I think they managed to successfully do that about 89%.
Same.
Is where I'd say it's one thing that's still not necessary for me in the play is the wizard finding out that Elphaba is his daughter. I didn't really care for that scene in the play, and I didn't really care for it again in the movie.
I still it still makes me, I don't want to say roll my eyes a little bit, that the Wizard and Madame Morrible are just done away so easily. Like they made that too simple. And I know it's because like they needed to focus more on Elphaba and Glinda's relationship, that they don't really have time to like do this big takedown.
But like even if like they weren't able to take down Madame Morrible, because in the play she sort of just gives up and gets in the cage all by herself. She just goes to prison, and in this one she gets
carried away by the monkeys. I do like that she was carried away by the monkeys.
Just a little bit better. I wouldn't have minded if she like turned into a tornado or she flew away on a tornado or something, and we just don't know what happened to her. Yeah. I wouldn't have minded that at all.
Yeah, like if she runs away and she has to be in exile as well, because she can't do anything without people either. Like we've seen that even with power, you can't do anything if you. Yeah, you. And that's why she always used the Wizard too. And when the Wizard was leaving, she knew she had to leave because he was who she was using to be her proxy, because he was the person that people loved.
Yeah, more fun for me if she would have just sort of. She's like, oh, the gig is up. I kind of wish they would have shown Dorothy's face. It was weird that they didn't. I know that everybody was like, I hope they don't show her face, but like seeing a movie and like all we see is a girl's shoes and her pigtails. I'm just like, we're seeing Bok's face, we're seeing the Scarecrow's face, we're seeing the Cowardly Lion's face.
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded if we saw Dorothy's face, but it didn't really take away from anything for me.
It made it feel odd to me, that's all. And I kind of wish we would have had more of March of the Witch Hunters, and I kind of wish it wasn't broken up by Girl in the Bubble. Girl in the Bubble was a good song to see her progress and emotion, but I kind of wish that would have happened while she's actively maybe like looking at pictures, looking at something, or having like flashbacks of Elphaba being like this super sweet person, and she's like, I've got to turn around and change this, rather than having a song and we still hear March of the Witch Hunters in the background.
I was surprised Girl in the Bubble came before Madame Morrible told her off. I was expecting it to come after Madame Morrible told her off.
Yeah, when she realizes more deeply.
Yeah, when she looks around and looks at the posters of her friends, like completely caricatured into this wicked thing, and like she was a part of that. Like she's literally sitting there in the middle of all of that.
Yeah, so I feel like it would have been more impactful after that. So we could have gotten like March of the Witch Hunters, and then the confrontation, or the confrontation that's happening during March of the Witch Hunters, and then we get Girl in the Bubble.
Honestly, I
don't know if I needed Girl in the Bubble.
I was actually thinking that during the movie, like not like after Girl in the Bubble, I was like, that was a nice song, and I get what they were going for. Like they wanted her to live in the moment of changing, you know, going through this change. Yeah. But I didn't need it. Like you see hunters going after your friends. That
we see how freaked out and scared she is by that. So we really didn't need the song. And we also got some of those things.
The fact that she stopped to sing actually made me like, you're stopping to sing when they're, you know.
Yeah. And I feel like we also got some of those same emotions in what's the song that she sings, Thank Goodness? Or whatever. We get some of those exact same emotions there, where she realizes she's not really happy with how things are going with herself. So I really don't know if we needed Girl in the Bubble. What else I was saying? Another thing that we didn't need, her childhood scene.
I agree. Like, we understand her motivation. I feel like they put that in there because they felt like they needed to hammer home to us that like she has this feeling of needing to be loved or liked by people. We already know that.
Yeah, we already know that. We've been told like 5-6 different times.
So yeah, I don't see why we needed that scene either.
Yeah, and we already know that she sort of lives in this fantasy world, this sort of, you know, place where everything's pink, nice, and happy, and things that can be changed with just a smile, and you know.
And I have seen like some reviewers being like, this is Glinda's movie, and I feel like it's largely because of that childhood scene and that like that whole beginning of that childhood scene and going into Thank Goodness and everything. They're like, oh, so this is about, you know, but I didn't get that at all. Like, yeah, this is obviously Elphaba's movie.
It's always been Elphaba's movie.
And honestly, Glinda, there wasn't too much Glenda. Like, I was afraid that there was going to be too much Glenda.
I was scared they were going to be like, we shoved her down her throat.
Yeah, but there wasn't, actually.
Yeah.
Like, it was
pretty much like how it was in the play.
And so, I honestly don't understand what critics are doing. Yeah, there was way more that I liked. Like, they definitely elevated what was the stage play, but I feel like, honestly, if you really want to make the second half really, really good, you have to rewrite some stuff.
Yeah, and I feel like one part that could have been rewritten to help push the Elphaba and Fiyero thing a little bit more is when he was looking for her in the forest, that first scene, that he sent, the other, let's just turn that off.
Okay.
That he just sent the other guards back, and he's like, no, we can't find her. But he actually, like, sort of turns around and their eyes sort of meet, and she knows that he sees her, and she sort of, like, gets, or, I don't know. I just wish there would have been more Elphaba and Fiyero. I do like how they did manage to make it feel solid and romantic and lovely, but I just wanted more.
I loved it.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
There wasn't much I didn't like.
Yeah. I'll probably have more thoughts on it after the second time.
The second time we watch it, it will be the double feature, so we'll get to watch the first part and the second part together, and that will be really good. But yeah,
that's it for now.
It was I don't know if this will have as much rewatch quality as the first part, just because
it will have as much rewatch quality for me because I love some of the performances. Like
the performances are good, but I'm just saying based on like how well it concludes. Like I feel like a lot of people kept coming back for part one because like that ending of Defying Gravity just got you on a high, like and
so many people felt so hopeful watching that, and I feel like a lot of people who loved that are going to be a little bit depressed by Elphaba just running off to the desert with Fiyero and Glenda getting everything.
She a witch? A witch.
I don't like her. Evil wench. Madame Marvel was so funny. Every time something happened, she was like, "Elphaba, she was trying to kill us all."
Yeah. But yeah, the movie was really good. Yeah. Oh, rating? Should we do out of 5 or out of 10?
I always like to do out of 10. I feel like too constrained by 5.
All right. So at the same time, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
8.5. I felt like movie 1 was a 9.5 for me.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yep. And I feel like they still managed to make it something that kids would enjoy watching. Do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
So
they were kind of going in on Fiyero though.
They beat the mess out of him. They broke his knees. They tied him up. Like, I feel like a lot of people are going to be watching it though and be like, "Why did she just fly back?" She couldn't find him. She didn't know where he was.
I thought they were gonna do the Glenda scream into the Elphaba scream. Yeah,
like they did in the play, but they didn't do that.
No.
Fun. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Bye.